up, fish fam? I'm Dan from Michigan Aquatics, and I just can't take it anymore. I think I need this fish. It is my absolute favorite African cichlid. My favorite. It's more favorite to me than the frontosa, and that's really my only other favorite African cichlid. I'm not a big African cichlid guy. I just don't know if there's enough room for territory in the tank to have another cichlid. But here's the ways it could work. Though it might not, it probably won't, but here's the ways it has a small chance of working. First off, let me tell you the fish I want. This is my favorite African cichlid, and it is honestly one of my favorite cichlids just because of the color. It's not really the personality, it's not the behavior, it's just plain the color. It is the most beautiful, vibrant, eye-catching fish I have ever seen. It is called the dragon's blood peacock cichlid. From Africa. African cichlid. Focus. Thank you. I love them. They're stunning. Oh my gosh. If I was to do African cichlids, that would be the first one I would buy. I don't care the price of it. It would be bought. But the problem is that might have to be a Christmas thing. But I want to get it sooner than Christmas. The dragon's blood peacock cichlid is an African cichlid. Therefore, it's obviously a rock-dwelling cichlid. A lot of rock hideouts they like. They're also mostly mid-swimming. Of an African cichlid. I've never kept African cichlids. My dad did. But just stick with me. This fish I'd probably buy as almost an adult. Well, not almost an adult. I'd probably buy it the size of my Jag, maybe a little bit smaller, so I can get that aggression in there. The problem is they're not that aggressive. They don't have that impressive teeth, so I don't know if the Jag would kill it or not, but I think it'd still be cool to have that fish, even for a day. Here's the problem. I already have a whole bunch of cichlids in there. I'm lucky that I'm getting away with having 5 fish in that tank. I'm lucky. Originally, if you were to buy 5 cichlids, you'd usually end up with 2 or 3. So I'm lucky already. Do I want to push my luck? Because here's the things that could go down. One, I could buy this dragon's blood peacock, put in my tank. The whole thing would be there would be no balance. I know for a fact that Jaguar isn't going to lose in a fight with a peacock cichlid. So, if the peacock cichlid is anything like the peacock bass, which I know they're nowhere near related, they just have peacock in their name. If it's anything like the peacock bass, which I would hope it would be, mostly docile, swims higher in the water column mostly, can defend itself if needed, and doesn't need to claim territory. I don't really think that's the case. But hang with me, because if you can get the right amount and the right types of cichlids in a tank, I could overstock that tank and have a perfect amount of cichlids. I just don't know how to do that correctly. Palmer Aquatics does. His 120 is incredibly overstocked in my opinion. That's a lot of fish for a 120, and I know a 120 is a big tank, but it's not a big enough tank for all them fish. But it is because he has them all living perfectly together. And that's why he doesn't get criticized about it. Because they live absolutely perfectly together. Which is why I'm not mad about it. Like a 120 is a 6-foot tank. That's a big tank. All them cichlids in there are big cichlids. What does he have in there? I forgot. He has 2 Jags. I think he has a Dempsey in there. Big old Devil. Texas and 2 Red Texas? I don't really know. Palmer Aquatics, Chris, you'll have to tell me in the comment section down below if you actually see my videos. But I will be upgrading my tank soon, hopefully this Christmas, to at the smallest a 90 gallon. My dad ain't gonna let me go for a 120 yet. He doesn't think that this peacock is going to get up to at the least 20 inches. He thinks it's gonna grow to 8 inches and stop, like Jags normally do. That's not the case, but anyway, what would happen? I could put that fish in there, and it could throw off the whole balance, and the peacock bass would probably die. That ain't gonna happen, because that fish is too hard to find. At least here in Michigan it is. Made a whole video on them. Go check out my channel, Michigan Aquatics, if you're just scrolling through this. I have a Fish Talk Friday on the peacock bass. Go see it. It's pretty cool. Well, Daniel, why are you so hopeful that it doesn't claim territory? That's the reason, because if this fish needs to claim territory, you know, when I had the Oscar and the Jag and the peacock, it probably would have been fine. Then I added the convicts to even out the aggression between the Oscar and the Jag. The Oscar ended up getting killed by the Jag because there was too much competition in the tank for territory. Now I have the perfect balance. This is literally the perfect balance I think I could fit in a 55-gallon tank. Jag, peacock, 2 convicts, and a catfish. That's like it. But I really, really want to push myself over the limits with this tank. I don't know why, but I just feel that I need this fish. Every time I see it, and then don't see it for a while, I'm like, yeah, I don't need that. And then I see it in an African cichlid video. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've seen this fish at Bruce Pets and Moby Dick's, and I didn't buy it. Why? The problem is I know almost nothing about them. I'll do more research after this video and make a follow-up video for this video, but I think this is one of the ones that I'm gonna upload. Because it's a topic I've been wanting to talk about. So basically, it could upset the whole balance in my tank, because Jaguar territory all the way to here, convict all the way to here, peacock bass doesn't need a territory. He's not a territorial fish. That's why I was also thinking about getting another peacock, but the problem is then I have to have room to house another peacock when it gets big. And then, of course, peacocks are expensive. So are dragon's blood peacocks, cichlids. They're like 20 bucks, I think. I could afford that. I could spend some money. I have 16 right now. I could get my mom to spend an extra $5. You can see right here, the jag can't go past this rock. If she goes past this rock, these two are going to rip her apart. But if they go over there, she's going to rip them apart. That would be the issue on buying a territorial fish for this tank. That's why I was thinking piranha or pacu, because they're not territorial. They're just swim around fish, but they got teeth, so they don't want to be, nothing wants to kill them. But my knowledge on African cichlids, I don't have much of it. I watch Matthew Moore Cichlids. Go check out his channel. It's really, really cool. I love all of his cichlids. He keeps, listen to this, he keeps bettas with cichlids. Sounds pretty insane. Go check out his channel and you'll see all about it. It's pretty cool how one of the tank mates for bettas can be cichlids. It's not the cichlids you're thinking of. It's not these. He does Tanganykan cichlids. They're shell dwellers, which are still awesome, so go check out his channel. It's really, really cool. The scenario I would hope for, though. Peacock cichlid doesn't get to claim territory. It's at an aggression level like the Oscar. Didn't want to claim territory, but could defend itself just fine. I mean, the Oscar couldn't defend itself just fine because the jag grew too quick. So what I would need is a little bit more of an aggressive African cichlid, but with the mentality of the Oscar, just want to swim around and have a good time. I think the only place that fish would be allowed in this tank is on the side of the convicts, possibly. The only way that could work, though, is if the fish would actually try to attack it. That's the only reason the Oscar was allowed to swim over here, because the Oscar would actually rush in with a whole bunch of force and attack the convicts. That's the only reason the convicts would back down to the Oscar. Well, Daniel, if the Oscar is doing so good, just buy another Oscar. Heck no, I'm not buying another Oscar. I've been through 2 Oscars with this tank. I'm not buying another one just to have it get killed. Sucker was expensive. There's no need to buy something I've already bought, even though I loved it. There's no reason to buy something I've already bought for that tank that's just going to get killed. The way I predict African cichlids work, correct me if I'm wrong, Matthew Moore Cichlids, is you're supposed to have taller rock structures for Malawi cichlids. There's things you can buy. There are rock hideouts. I actually have an African cichlid rock hideout. Mine is a mineral one. It's this one right here. It's an African cichlid hideout right there. But basically get a bunch of those and you stack them up on top of each other. They're breeding hideouts. And they claim them as their territories, which is why I could have 6 in a 55. They claim those as their territories, plus a little. And they all swim through the rocks and claim them territories and keep them claimed. And they all have their little establishments in the tank. You know, I could have 6 of them in there, and they would live perfectly fine. But they're not as aggressive as South Americans are. Jag would probably kill an African cichlid. It could definitely kill a frontosa. Now, I know some jags are crazy and some are mild, but my jag, if I was to put a frontosa in there, it would definitely end up killing it. Frontosas have the mentality and aggression of an Oscar. My dad used to have one. But he was really cool, though. From the peacock Africans that I've seen so far, what I've seen is they weren't trying to establish territories. I've seen a dude with a huge African cichlid tank in Bruce Pets. I showed it. They were doing a water change on it. But I seen it before that, before they started doing the water change. And I seen them all swimming around, and they had one dragon's blood peacock in there. Or two. I don't remember. But they were all just free swimming around. They didn't seem like they were claiming territory. They just seemed like they were chasing each other and nipping each other and then going their separate ways. Didn't seem like they were really establishing a certain area. Though I know that they do, I don't know why they were acting like that. I guess I'll have to ask Matt on this one. Matt from Matthew Moore's Cichlids. Do you think it would work in my tank? I don't know how much you know about Malawi. I've only seen your Tanganykan videos. But would a dragon's blood work with my Jag? By the way, it is a female for you commenters out there that say it's a male. It is a female. I've properly sexed it. One hole is bigger than the other. It is a female. Just looks like a male because it's dominant. Would it work? This is what my Jag looks like. That's her first largest tooth. She's pretty strong. She's about 4.5 inches, maybe a little smaller. Frank, I don't have a problem with Frank. Frank won't hurt it. He's like 5 inches, I'm pretty sure. He's like 5 exactly on the dot. The convicts each are about 2.5, possibly the male might be 3. And it's in a 55-gallon tank with 3 established territories. What do you think a peacock cichlid, a Malawi dragon's blood peacock cichlid would do in here? Would it get killed? Would it kill? Or, I don't know. What do you think? Because I know that you do watch my videos. Oh, the featherfin decided to come out. That's a rare occurrence. See, he's an African catfish, and he does just fine in here. He's a semi-aggressive catfish. He's doing well with the Jag, you know. He's got this area here. But what do you think another cichlid would do, Matt? And Chris from Polymer Aquatics, what do you think would happen? Aquarium Cop, what about you? I know you watched one of my videos. Sorry, Cody's not in here today. He's actually outside going to the bathroom right now and getting all his energy out because he was practically climbing up my freaking walls. I should have filmed it. I do have a little bit of Cody film from this morning, him going after my fish and stuff, because I know, Aquarium Cop, you like that, so I'll put that in at the end. Possibly, I don't know. This video is getting a little long. If you want me to make a whole series just on Cody, he's my cat, go ahead and comment down below. You know, I'll do it. I'll make a series of just my animals if you'd like. Dogs are barking at the mailman now, though he doesn't even come out of his truck. Look at this. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a male woman today. Here's a good far away look at my tank so you can see how big all the fish are in it, except for the Jag. She's hiding. Believe it or not, she actually hides most of the time. She sits and defends her little area. You can see her nose sticking out right there. She defends that little area there. She rarely goes anywhere else, but she'll come out sometimes. The peacock mainly swims in the top water column, and the convicts swim wherever. Right now they're eating algae because they're hungry, because I haven't fed them because I don't have any food. What do you think? Would it work? But I think that's all the time I got for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new. That like button, I'll really appreciate it. And go to my last video. It's almost got 5 likes. 5 likes and I will buy a turtle. Because why not? Last time it was a mouse, so I bought the mouse. Now it's a turtle. 10 likes, turtle comes in my room. 5, I buy it. Whatever turtle species you guys want, unless it is over $30. That doesn't mean I'm going to get it immediately. It really depends on if I can get, another cichlid for this tank. Thank you all so much for watching, though. Hit that notification bell and that subscribe button and the like button on this video. Comment. Matthew Moore Cichlids, Aquarium Cop, Polymer Aquatics, Chris. Comment down below. Do you think it would work? Or what would? Because I'm out of ideas. Like, I'm almost out of content here. If you want to see more of these types of videos where I'm talking about what would happen if a certain species of fish was to be put in this tank, give this video a like and comment down below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Fish on!